Claudia J. Coulton is a distinguished university professor, the Lillian F. Harris Professor of Urban Research and Social Change, and founding director of the Center on Urban Poverty and Community Development at Case Western Reserve University. As a leading scholar in urban studies, Dr. Coulton's research has revolutionized the way communities around the globe are able to analyze and address the persistent challenges of urban poverty. Dr. Coulton graduated from Case Western Reserve University with a PhD in social welfare in 1978 and immediately became an assistant professor at the then School of Applied Social Sciences. Coulton's early research in child welfare, healthcare, and mental health served as the foundation for her lifelong investment in finding pathways to sustainable community change for distressed urban communities. Her book, Social Work Quality Assurance Programs, A Comparative Analysis, published in 1979, was widely recognized for its outstanding research on methods to improve the quality of social work services in health and mental health. In the 1980s, she helped develop HSWIS, a minimum data set for hospital social work, which provided a template for bringing social work contributions into the increasingly data-driven quality assurance efforts of healthcare systems. Through funding from the Rockefeller Center in 1988, Coulton founded the Center on Urban Poverty and Community Development. The Poverty Center's first task was to create a database of statistical indicators of individuals living in poverty in Cleveland from 1979 to 1988. The database tracked poverty, access to government programs, infant mortality, pregnancy rates, access to housing, property values, education level, and employment. This statistical approach to community analysis revolutionized urban development. Coulton and her colleague, Dr. G. Regina Nixon, kept this initial database up to date and gathered more information throughout the years. Under her leadership, the center has built a model capacity to provide data for community initiatives and research, including a dynamic neighborhood indicators portal, NeoCanDo, a parcel-based collaborative action platform, NST, and a longitudinal multi-agency record linkage system, CHILD. The NeoCanDo web portal is now considered a national leader in such data access and is used by researchers across the world. The Poverty Center's work continues to this day, with a multidisciplinary team that works together to develop tools to better understand macro-level systemic forces that create distressed neighborhoods and what individuals, organizations, and policies can do to reverse these conditions. As a distinguished author of books, articles, chapters, and policy reports, Dr. Coulton has more than 150 publications and is one of the most cited scholars in the social welfare field. In 1994, Dr. Coulton was inducted into the Ohio Women's Hall of Fame for her work with the Poverty Center. In 1996, Coulton was one of a group of 6 scholars who co-founded the National Neighborhood Indicators Partnership, a collective of sites across cities seeking to democratize data access. Over the years, Coulton's innovative research methods, rigor, and commitment as an educator have earned her many accolades. She was honored with the prestigious John Deacoff Award for Distinguished Graduate Teaching at Case Western Reserve University. In 1998, Coulton proudly became the inaugural chairholder of the newly created Lillian F. Harris Professorship for Urban Research and Social Change, established by class of 1933 alumna Lillian Harris, who also endowed the renowned Lillian and Milford Harris Library at the Mandel School. In addition to her teaching and ingenuity with the Poverty Center, she served as the Mandel School's doctoral program chair and later as Associate Dean for Research and Training. She was the recipient of the 2004 Brule Memorial Prize, awarded annually for the best article in Social Service Review, and she was selected as the Aaron Rosen Endowed Lecturer at the annual conference of the Society for Social Work and Research. In 2007, Dr. Robert Fisher proudly joined Coulton as co-director of the Poverty Center. In 2010, Coulton was one of the inaugural fellows inducted into the American Academy of Social Work and Social Welfare. By 2012, she was appointed as a Case Western Reserve Distinguished University Professor, acknowledging her contributions as a full-time, tenured faculty with an exceptional record of research, scholarship, teaching, and service. In 2017, she was inducted as a Fellow in the Society for Social Work and Research, and in 2019, Coulton received one of the highest honors in social work. She was named by the National Association of Social Workers as a social work pioneer. The recognition acknowledged that she had paved the way for thousands of other social workers to contribute to the betterment of the human condition, and certified her as a role model for future generations of social workers. Her life's work is now embodied and carried forward through the impact of her former students in communities everywhere. From the very beginning, Dr. Coulton sought to make a difference in distressed urban communities and positively affect the lives of those in our city. As a result of her tireless efforts, the quality of lives in communities across the globe have been changed for the better. Thank you, Dr. Coulton, for 44 years of groundbreaking research, pioneering initiatives, and invaluable service as a true change leader at Case Western Reserve University.